Looking down upon the Tower Bridge spanning the Sacramento River here in the capital of California. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. This game in Sacramento marks the start of a homestand for the Kings, and this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies. Last season, they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in the season series.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines, and we've got David Aldridge there for them. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we've heard the term unicorn given to rare players with great height and perimeter skills like Kristaps Porzingis, Karl-Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid, and the Greek Freak. But with ever more big men adapting to today's perimeter-oriented game, unicorns might not be so rare after all. Kevin, we need a new name.
Amazing to think. DA, thanks. Smitty, in the early part of the schedule, teams with good continuity tend to have an edge. Some teams can't form any continuity at any time, early or late in the season.
You love those teams, and sometimes we evaluate too much by talent. And yes, talent can take you over the hump and get you a championship or get you into the playoffs. But when you have that team that's been together, when there's 80–90% of the guys returning, you know this team can get off to a good start. And then also, they usually can sustain throughout the entire year.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Memphis, Jackson down low with Gasol. Harrison out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. 11 feet away. Gasol, no good. And it's Sacramento's ball. Healed. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Tries from 16. A nice shot by Anderson.
I like the mid-range area for Anderson because of his size and because he makes good decisions with the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Fox. 17 points for him last game against Denver.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
You don't see that play regularly from them, but it led to a made 3, so you can't knock them for trying it.
And Temple kicks to Gasol. Here's the screen. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the paint. Rob. Fast break. Here we go. And finished off by Gasol.
Out in space, Gasol with the great size and skill to where he overmatches most people.
Pass to Begley. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
You know, they say it, defense wins championships. If they didn't have great D in that game, no way they would have come away victorious.
And you watch Kyle Anderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. Just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense, and wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
Memphis shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around him.
When you watch Kyle Anderson, he's just a different type of player. Below average athleticism and jump shot. Rare combination in this league, but he can give you a lot. He knows the game.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Jackson. kicks to Temple. Lets it go from 14. Drained for 2 points. Temple's got his first points of the night. And talking about Anderson, he's the kind of guy coaches trust to make the right basketball play.
Very, very high basketball IQ. Nice passer with great vision. He can give you quality minutes.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Fox. He used that pick to perfection.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Outside Bogdanovich. And a miss there on the triple.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without foul.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
So it's Sacramento following the score by Memphis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, amazing. Marc was drafted 48th overall, even after his brother Powell was drafted 3rd overall. Might have put a chip on Marc's shoulder. You have to love what Marc Gasol gives you offensively. Can score facing up, back to the basket, and one of the best passing centers in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. And talking about Gasol, also an impact guy on the defensive end of the floor.
Yes, Kevin, he has the size, the length, and the instincts. Defensive Player of the Year in 2013. A true cornerstone for your team.
And so Gasol nails them both.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Bagley with the ball. To the middle, here's Fox. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. That has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Now here's Gasol. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
The Kings trail by 6. That's tipped, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Cauley-Stein kicks to Bogdanovich. Cauley-Stein a screen. 13 feet away. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Carving out just enough space for mid-range. Good look.
Harrison passes to Jackson. Anderson outside. Over to the left wing. Memphis moving that ball around. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Inside. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
And Temple kicks to Gasol. To the inside. And Jackson throws it down hard.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
Here's Fox. Cauley-Stein up top, defended by Gasol. Cauley-Stein dishes to Heel. No good from outside.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Chalk up 2 there. Temple's got his second bucket.
The big fella loves to pass. Marc Gasol with the vision and court awareness to do it from anywhere on the floor.
Fox kicks to Bagley. Now, here's Fox. He's covered closely. Bogdanovich, no luck. Memphis leading by 6. Anderson wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Sacramento's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Cauley-Stein with it. Gasol covering. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hield's got 5 points so far. The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Anderson the screen. Gasol passes to Anderson. He's off on that one. Ready by Bogdanovich. Sacramento's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first.
Well, early on, neither team put much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game planning on both sides has been effective early on.
There's Harrison. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Harrison gets to Gasol. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Marc Gasol, he's a steady performer who also makes difficult plays to help his team.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. So many metrics out there right now, Steve. One of the big ones, scoring efficiency. Who comes to mind in that area?
Well, you look at the percentage. Kevin Durant, the amount of shots he takes, he shoots with a high percentage. Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard. I think also Anthony Davis is up there, being able to score at different areas, not just dunking the basketball, being able to score at all 3 levels. Those are some of the guys that shoot a high percentage.
Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Randolph comes in for Bagley. And Bielitsa in for Bogdanovich. The Grizzlies also changing it up. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Jackson. Chandler Parsons comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Brooks subbed in for Garrett Temple. Now here's Parsons. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Utah Jazz.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Fox following the score by Memphis. Hield kicks to Bielitsa. They set the pick. Hield outside. Randolph sets a screen for Hield. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And where the shots been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Kings.
And guys, this season they've really gotten away from that mid-range shot. And I'm not saying that should be the main part of their offense, but it would make them much more dangerous offensively if they could get more scoring from that 10 to 20 foot range.
And the first one drops.
Zach Randolph, a paragon of consistency over his career. In his prime, a nightly 20 and 10 guy, and still producing.
And Randolph drops them both. And the Memphis Grizzlies retiring Randolph's number 50 going into last season.
And helped forge an identity for that team and really made them relevant. I mean, he's played on a handful of teams, but I think Memphis was that match made in heaven.
And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox is a dependable defender, always active, and he's really smart in terms of his anticipation and using those hands to come up with steals.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Parsons. Three-pointer. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Randolph sets a screen for Fox. Inside. Randolph can't hit.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
From the stripe. And finished off by Parsons.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
Fox kicks to Randolph. Back to Fox. Brooks against Hield. 5 on the clock, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Harrison. That is his first foul of the game. And Memphis making a change here. Caspy's checked in. Now, here's Fox. Randolph a screen. He shoot again, and it's good on the way in.
Zach Randolph is just relentless on the glass. One of the best offensive rebounders we have in the game.
Harrison kicks to Green. Back to Harrison. Now Casper. And Costa Koufos picks up a foul. That's his first foul. Brooks outside. Here is Caspy. 6 on the shot clock. It's blocked. Here's Hield. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Hield's got 7 points in the game. The pass to Harrison. Hield against Brooks. Green, the screen. Here's Harrison, guarded by Fox. Brooks from outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Randolph's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Hield, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop of Brady nails to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
First free throw is good. Steve, more and more we hear about players wanting to be traded. The information comes out publicly, whether they leak it or their agent leaks it. Is this a new development, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think because of social media, Kevin, right now, everybody hears a little bit, and even if it's true or not true, it gets spread like wildfire, and it can reach so many different people because of social media quickly, and I think that's the problem we're having right now. It's, you know, social media can be a plus, but it also can be a negative.
It's a good observation. Now here's Green. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Brooks with it. Out guarded by Hield. Great positioning on the putback. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
This year, dishes to Fox. Marc down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And checking out the numbers here for Harrison. How he did last season was in at about 9 points per, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Now here's Green. Nails the wide open jump shot. And now it's an 8-point Grizzly lead.
JaMychal Green's shooting ability cannot be forgotten. He has put in a ton of time to improve in his J.
Kicked by Randolph. Basket good. Randolph's got 6 points.
Close to the hoop, Zach Randolph wreaks havoc. The defense has to do a better job to prevent him from getting that close. Poked
loose and stolen by Parsons. Passes it to Harrison. Back to Parsons. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to go on Scalabissiere.
Chandler Parsons gives you a little bit of everything. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, he can pass it. A very versatile player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Randolph. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Grizzlies lead by 7. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Marc Gasol, so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's just fun. You see more fans on the stands that speak Spanish, even they're from Spain or Argentina, Mexico, whatever they're from. They support the Spanish-speaking people, and they love the game also.
And great to see so many different cultures and countries embrace the game.
Yes, and with players like Gasol having so much success, I think it helps give those Latino and Spanish-speaking fans a connection to the NBA.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Jermichael Green is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Caspi, then it's Brooks, and it's Harrison in at the point. And the Kings pushing it up now. With the teardrop, Green with the rebound. Green's got his third rebound on the night. And Parsons kicks to Harrison. Back to Parsons. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And early in his career, Parsons displays so much talent. We know about the injuries. I think everyone wonders what could have been.
And talking about Parsons, one thing he can still do is help you stretch the floor.
Yes, Kevin, he has good size out on the perimeter. A nice shooting touch. Without the same athleticism he used to have, he's had to adapt his game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Parsons.
And Chandler Parsons, a player who's just had some bad luck with injury. You think back to when he was at full health and how impactful of a player he was. Still working to get back to that level, but it's been a long journey for Parsons.
He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. And with Parsons, it wasn't that long ago he was a top small forward with his scoring and playmaking.
You know, at one time thought to be the ideal small forward, you know, to give you a little bit of everything on the floor, could get to the rim, could stretch it with the perimeter shooting, and a solid defender. His outside shooting, I think, still there, but the burst that allowed him to get good looks is something injuries may have taken away.
And the Kings making a change here. Bogdanovich has checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Garrett Temple has checked in for Harrison. Now Casper. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen. Here's the break. Bogdanovich wide open. And the three off target. Memphis leading by 8. Caspi passes to Temple, and the shot goes down. Temple's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Fox kicks to Randolph. Back to Fox. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
That free throw, no good. And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Bagley, he's checked in for Sacramento. Memphis also making some changes. Jackson comes in for JaMychal Green, and it's Anderson in for Parsons. He hits the second from the line.
And how about the way Fox continues to improve his game? A capable scorer who also rebounds the ball well for his size, and still, though, he can improve on that perimeter jump shot.
Here is Caspi, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him, and it's good for 2.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. And here are the Kings now, following the score by Memphis. Here's Bagley. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play. But the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
And the first one drops. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come, he's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And the game Bagley has reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh, a sweet lefty who plays with force and passion.
Now here's Anderson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Smitty, usually careful with the basketball. The Grizzlies turned it over quite a bit last season.
Yeah, after years of playing methodical ball, they tried to open up the offense, but their starting point guard played in only 12 games. They really need Mike Conley, and no one stepped up in his absence.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. And there's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably #1 for me.
No kidding. Steve, while he was interim head coach last season, J.B. Bickerstaff certainly won over the players' approval.
Marc Gasol said he's done a tremendous job with the tools he was given and with what he was allowed to do. Mike Conley simply stated he deserves this job. The Grizzlies brass was impressed enough that they didn't conduct a coaching search.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
Sacramento making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in.
Looking now at some numbers for Bogdanovic. Some last season stats for him. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And the numbers, nothing spectacular in his rookie season, but he's still got a lot of room for growth.
Let's forget last year. That was about development. This year, it's about contributing.
Here's Gasol. After the Kings pick up 2. Hits the front of the rim and out. Bagley with a wide open look. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. 6 points for Willie Cauley-Stein.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
You know, he's smart, he's steady. Marc Gasol, he just knows where to position himself to make that play.
Here's Fox. Kept alive. He gets it in there. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Outside Jackson. Good looking screen by Gasol. Brooks kicks to Anderson. Off the screen. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bagley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Stolen by Brooks. From 18 feet away, Sacramento grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they play too much hero ball. You have to be willing to make the extra pass.
Here's Temple. He's covered by Bogdanovic. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Kufis checked in for Sacramento. Anderson outside. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
Shot clock at 6. Temple the pass to Gasol. And shot on the way. Jackson up again. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 this quarter. The Kings trail by 9. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Brooks. Here's Fox. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
He has slimmed down a lot from his rookie season. Marc Gasol still strong enough to power through contact.
And starting out in the shadow of his older brother Powell, Marc Gasol, Steve, has become a superstar in his own right.
Multiple All-Star games and All-NBA first team in 2015. And it's not just the production, it's the leadership.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
And the way Marc plays, similar to his brother Powell, a soft shooting big man with phenomenal length.
Now here's Fox. He has 7. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. The 3. The Grizzlies pull it in.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Temple dishes to Brooks. Jackson has the open look. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Kings trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Check out stats for Gasol. Last season, he played outstanding. 12th in blocks. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And anytime you take it inside against him, you know it may be coming right back the other way. He was a nasty, nasty shot blocker last season. Fox kicks to Koufos. That shot misses. And Memphis the other way now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Over to the wing. Ball's knocked loose. Fox against Brooks. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Bogdanovich.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
On a Hield, he's checked in for De'Aaron Fox. The Grizzlies also making a change. Harrison's checked in. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Hield kicks to Koufos. Over to Gasol. And that misses everything.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. Steve, looks like we may not have any more sleeved jerseys anymore. As you look back, is this the end of an era or the end of an error, a mistake?
Either way, I am happy, Kevin. I just didn't like the look.
I am too.
And I couldn't imagine being a player, being able to try to shoot the basketball with sleeves.
It made no sense.
Not at all. So I'm looking forward not to see guys wearing, I would call it T-shirts.
Memphis leading by 9. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
And it's a super first half for him at the free throw line.
shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so Gasol nails them both. The Kings trail by 11. Inside. Kufis the pass to Bogdanovich. Bagley kicks to Hield. Coley Stein a screen. Bogdanovich against Jackson. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Hield can't hit.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Jackson at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Zach Randolph is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Parsons checked in for the Grizzlies. He's off on the second.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And here's Kufis. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Bogdanovich. And Jackson with the block. Pass to Harrison. Softly drops in the floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
The Kings trail by 14. Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. He kicks it to Hield. Randolph sets a screen for Hield. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Hield's got 13 points.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
Jackson a screen on Bogdanovich. Here's Harrison. Sinks the triple. He has 7.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Bagley. Gasol with the steal. Feeds it to Temple. Parsons doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Randolph. Sacramento's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Left side Parsons. Pass to Harrison. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Kufis. There's the dish to Hield. To the paint, and it's Randolph with the jam.
And Randolph may be in the later stages of his career, but he can still every now and then rise up and dunk it.
Gasol, a screen on Bogdanovich. The shot by Harrison, no good. The Kings trail by 15. Releases from 15. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 7 now in this quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
Gasol with it. Kufis is there. Gasol, no good. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 43% from the field. Here's Randolph. Rebounded by Jackson.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
Temple can't get it to go. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Bogdanovich with it. Over Jackson. Randolph can't hit.
Boy, he loves that mid-range jumper. Just fails to create enough room to operate.
A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for the Memphis Grizzlies. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Well, we try to go inside. That's our strength anyways. And for us, our bread is buttered inside, so we try to play high-low. And then if the threes come out of that, great, but we want to try to get everything to the rim.
Coach, it all starts with that entry pass to the big, and then everybody plays off of him. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It's Memphis out in front at the half. They have a 13-point lead. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Grizzlies.
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
A lot of action around, as always, the Capitol building tonight. We are in Sacramento, and we continue here on 2K Sports. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
And through the first two quarters, they went to him repeatedly in the post, and boy, did he deliver.
Well, isn't it nice to have a go-to guy who can punish you inside?
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. On the wings, Hield and Bogdanovich. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley-Stein. And it's Fox in at the one spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pal Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Knocked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fox.
And here's some numbers on Fox. Last season's performance for him averaged about 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Anderson lays it up off the glass. Anderson's got 10 points.
Way to convert through contact, Kyle, with excellent body control.
Now, here's Fox. 10 points for him. Here's Bogdanovich. And the shot falls short this time.
A high percentage look from the mid-range. Might have been surprised that he was so wide open.
And Bogdan Bogdanovic, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
And that one falls for Jackson. And so Jackson nails both of them. The Kings trail by 11. Hield kicks to Cauley-Stein. To the inside. It's deflected. The drive by Jackson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Jackson. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Cauley-Stein, a screen. Fox passes to Cauley-Stein. Three-pointer, Hield hits it from three-point range. Hield's got 19 points.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Jackson, a screen on Bogdanovic. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bielitz is checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Jackson. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. It's tipped. Bagley dishes to Fox. To the paint. Bagley, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's 2-on-1. Here's Hield. Off the left rim and out.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Timeout called by the Kings.
All right, Sacramento, please welcome to the court, America's best team, your Sacramento Kings.
Scal Labussiere is checked in for Sacramento. Memphis also making some changes. Caspi, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Garrett Temple. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. There's the screen. Here's Fox. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Fox has got 5 points in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Harrison kicks to Green. The pass to Anderson. On the wing, Brooks. No good on the triple. The Kings trail by 10. Cauley-Stein in the post, headed by Green.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
A three from Anderson. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Fox, who scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harrison kicks to Anderson. At the elbow, Green. Anderson the screen. Here is Caspi, and the wide open shot from Green. Drills it from outside. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And that's what every team wants from their big man nowadays. JaMychal Green able to knock down the triple.
Fox passes to Labissiere. They set the pick. Cauley-Stein a screen. Just 5 on the clock. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Fox. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And that game against the Hawks, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
And he knocks down the first one. Fox hits them both. Memphis leading by 7. There's Harrison. He's got 9. Kicks to Caspi. Back to Harrison. Passes it to Caspi. Green, the screen. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Healed the pass to Cauley-Stein. Here's the screen. To the middle. It's deflected. Dishes it to Fox. Healed from outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Memphis has gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Green with a screen on Fox. Here's Harrison. Guarded by Fox. Green, the screen. Here's Caspi, and that one hits back iron. The Kings trail by 7. Here's Hield. The putback. The rebound by Anderson. Outside, Green. Harrison kicks to Brooks. To the wing on the left. Here's Harrison. He's got 9. Over Hield, and it doesn't even draw iron. Pass to Cauley-Stein. He shoots again. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Fox.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Harrison kicks to Anderson. Green, the screen. Now Caspi. He's got 5. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Pass to Labissiere. To the middle. And it's Memphis on the break. And there's the pass to Harrison. Back to Caspi. Passes it to Anderson. Green, the screen. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And now the Kings fast break. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
Oh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity. You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Misses off the right iron. The Kings trail by 11. Pass to Fox. Over Harrison. Sacramento again missing. And Steve, the way Jermichael Green got here, a terrific story.
Went undrafted, Kevin, did the G League thing, bounced around, but then he started to put it all together. Now he's a guy you can count on to give you good minutes.
Sacramento's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Cauley Stein. Good season for him last year. He was around 12 points per game last year. 7 rebounds and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know.
Shots.
But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
No good on that one. Sacramento making some changes. Kufis checked in for Cauley Stein. Randolph comes in for Labissiere. And it's Bogdanovich in for Bielitsa. Then for the Grizzlies, Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Dylan Brooks. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Parsons passes to Harrison. 2 points. That one goes. Harrison's got 11 points.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And stolen by Parsons. Here's Green. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Outside Randolph. To the paint. It's stolen by Green. And now the Grizzlies fast break. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Bagley, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Memphis also making a switch. Jackson's checked in.
Shooting one.
And Parsons, no good on that one. The Kings trail by 15. Bagley, the pass to Fox. Fox with the steal.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Kings have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Fox hits them both.
I love how hard he's playing, really since the break. All the defense can do at this point is foul him.
Harrison kicks to Jackson. Nobody near Parsons. Buries it from 3-point range. Parsons got 14 points.
Parsons using angles well right there. Lost his man off the screen.
Outside Randolph. Bagley the pass to Randolph. Over Jackson. tried to bank it in, but he misses. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
And it's Randolph with the jam.
What control by Randolph, a true legend at getting the hoop plus the harm.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
How about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Gasol's checked in.
One shot.
You know, over the years, Zach Randolph has proven to be the perfect leader. He commands respect, and he gets it from his teammates.
Harrison kicks to Jackson. Back to Harrison. There's the pick. Parsons attacking. Another shot. Up again. And Gasol able to finish. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Randolph. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Randolph was an Indiana State champion coming out of high school, so you know the pressure of the NBA doesn't bother him. There's nothing more intense than that when you talk about that Indiana high school tournament.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Randolph. And Zach Randolph drops them both. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Harrison passes to Parsons. Jackson kicks to Parsons. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Parsons attacking. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Chandler Parsons taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Parsons. The Kings trail by 18. And here's Bogdanovich. He's got 7. Count that one.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes.
Shooting
1
just
shot.
And that one misses. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Parsons kicks to Harrison. There's Jackson with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
Fox with it. He's got 18. Pass to Randolph. Over Jackson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And so it's Memphis. with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson down low with Gasol. Garrett Temple is out there with Harrison. And it's Parsons in at the 3 spot.
What I love about Marc Gasol, he's a total team player, but also capable of taking over offensively.
Gasol with the steal. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Still attacking. Building on this lead coming down the stretch.
And he's doing it efficiently, taking makeable shots. That's led to a high percentage from the field.
Now here's Bagley. Now here's Fox. Goes up the baseline, and he hits the jump shot. Fox has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
The jump hook, again Memphis.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
The pass to Koufos. Picked by Randolph. Here's Fox. Inside. It's tipped.
And Parsons with the heads-up play on defense.
Here's Jackson. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Jackson's got 21 in the game. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 41% for the game. Outside, Randolph. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Gasol. Sacramento grabs the miss. Randolph's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Koufos dishes to Bogdanovich, and no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Harrison, guarded by Fox. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Parsons. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Marvin Bagley picks one up. Well, we've seen the growth of the G League, especially in how much it's been utilized for player development. A lot of guys going up to the NBA level. Steve, how do you think we'll see this evolve over the next 10 years?
I think the G League and this partnership with the NBA and teams has been fantastic. It's kind of similar to baseball right now in the minor leagues, and the teams have done a great job of having the flexibility to bring guys up and down. I love it for a lot of these young guys to get a chance to develop and also be a part of, I would say, the big team.
Excellent point. And the Kings making a change here. Heald's checked in. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Rab's checked in for Jackson. Brooks comes in for Garrett Temple. And it's Selden in for Andrew Harrison. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Randolph. He can't get that one to fall. And Memphis the other way now.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
And stolen by Parsons. Brooks with no one around. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
He might not elevate like some of the other guys on the court, but as we've learned, Randolph knows how to get the ball in the basket.
Now here's Brooks, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Here's Hield, and then Hield with the dunk.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. And Memphis also making a switch. Caspi's checked in. Here's Rab. Over in the corner, Selden. There's a screen. Traps in the tray.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Now here is Davis. Pass to Farrell. Labissiere, the screen. Caspi gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Smitty, every so often we'll hear about a team holding a players-only meeting. You've been there, I'm sure. You've gone through that. What exactly goes on in those discussions?
You know, Kevin, when you hear players-only meeting, something's going wrong with the team. Right. And obviously, we meet all the time, but when there's specific, in quotation, a players-only meeting, there's a lot of things that are going wrong with the team, with individuals, with the coaches or general managers. They are trying to find a way to hash it out, and those are never good.
And here are the Kings now. The Grizzlies making the shot. Labissiere kicks to Farrell. Labissiere, the screen. Shot from 12. Sacramento again missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Brooks, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Brooks has got 5 points now this quarter.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage, bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there, not a lot of solutions.
Now here's Labissiere, and yes, it's good.
And once Labissiere has that kind of position down there, it's pretty much over already. So skilled at draining baskets from that range.
Here is Brooks. They set the pick, takes a 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Farrell kicks to Labissiere. Back to Farrell. Here's Labissiere from deep. McLemore got a piece of it. And it's off from 3-point range. And they're pushing it up. Here's Caspi. That one doesn't go. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Davis, the pass to Farrell. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Labissiere, the screen. Here's Farrell. Just 4 to shoot. McLemore. And McLemore slams it in.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. Brooks kicks to Brooks. There's the pick. Well, Steve, we've just come out of the first year where we saw legislation from the NBA about resting players. How do you feel about the new rules so far?
You know, I like them. I love that when you start to see these teams that was resting players on national televised games, but I think overall just resting players. I think our contract says that we play 82 games unless you're injured. And if a guy is injured, you understand. But I love the new rules that was implemented.
I agree. And there will be flashes when McLemore looks like the 7th overall pick in the draft, Steve, but they're right now few and far between.
Kevin, he hasn't quite broken through. The size and athleticism are there. Solid 3-point shooter, but you never know exactly what kind of minutes he's going to give you.
shooting 2.
That free throw good from McLemore. And McLemore drops them both. Memphis in total control. Selden kicks to Brooks. He feeds it to Caspi. Back to Brooks. Brooks outside. Back to Brooks. Here's Selden. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter.
And that's how you get your confidence going. Shumpert just catching and firing.
Now here's Brooks. He kicks it to Caspi. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Gasol comes in for Rab, and Chandler Parsons in for Wayne Selden. And both free throws good for Caspi. Kings have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Farrell kicks to Labissiere. Back to Farrell. Out to the wing. From deep, McLemore. That one misses. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. The feed to Brooks. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And Dylan Brooks, the former Pac-12 Player of the Year. Greg with a great start to his career.
Yeah, I was shocked that Brooks ended up going 45th overall in that 2017 draft. He just plays within himself, but still is aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. It looks like he'll be a strong scoring option for the team as he continues to develop.
2 shots. Max on the first.
That free throw, no good.
What I like about Dylan Brooks, the maturity. Physically, he came in NBA ready, and he already played a lot of important minutes for a great college team.
And the second free throw, good. Well, Steve, with Dylan Brooks, a second-round pick, his rookie season was a tremendous success.
I agree. He shot the ball well, contributed on both ends of the floor. Really good rotational player, still with a tremendous upside.
Now here's Shumpert. Davis sets a screen. Labissiere, the pass to Davis. It's good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Memphis in total control. Here's Gasol, and Labissiere sends it back.
Have to be cautious when Labissiere is in the area. Those shot blocking skills are superb.
Sacramento making a switch here. Koufos is checked in. To the paint, here's Brooks. A second chance effort. Sacramento grabs the miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And McLemore kicks to Farrell. Player podcast, something we're hearing more of, and it's a growing trend. Good idea, or do you think it could get some guys in trouble?
Yeah, well, some guys, it does a good job of helping their brand, and we love to see guys getting a chance to do other things off the court. And then there are some guys who get a little loose, and they reveal some secrets, or they say some things they wish they could take back. So I think it all comes down to the individual. You gotta understand media before you try to jump out and start doing these podcasts.
Well said.
Two.
The first free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Some solid defense from Gasol. And for the Grizzlies, their shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Down low. And there's Parsons on the assist by Gasol. 22 points for Chandler Parsons.
He's not shy around the rim. Chandler Parsons with the length to work inside.
Now Casper. He dishes it to Brooks. Gasol kicks to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 14. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Grizzlies.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Marc Gasol.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Here's Parsons. The Kings getting the bucket. Gasol setting the pick for Parsons. To the inside. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Count it. Good.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
Well, this is less about winning the game now and more about making a bold statement.
Here's Labissiere, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Chandler Parsons.
At 6'11" and about 225 pounds, Labissiere is a long guy, someone who uses that size to his advantage.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Labissiere. He hits both from the stripe. And here is Brooks. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chandler, you guys really passed the ball well tonight, and that seemed to feed energy at both ends.
Yeah, just playing selfish. And as you can see, we're having so much fun when we play that way. When everyone's getting involved, everybody's touching it. It's just a much better team offense when we play like that, and it's successful for us.
It was successful tonight, Chandler. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.